Hello viewers, welcome to Dailies on TVRC. I am Hagitunde Sume Vincent. Joining me on set today is
Oyedokun Adedoyin Samuel.
reading to your hearing is a Vanguard newspaper.
And with me is Punch newspaper. On the front page of Punch newspaper, economy, security dominate as Atiku, Tinubu skip debate. Half salary, ASU ESCO meet, lecturers more sit at home. 19 die, 24 survive in Tanzania plane crash could also be found on the front page of Punch. Moribund Ajaokuta still spend 29 billion naira on personnel. Comfort Tinubu's endorsement by Abuja Abuja pastors. Also on the front page of Punch, FRSC backs officers who injured pregnant woman. Why always calling me? Obi lashes out Melaye during debates. Backstreet Boy singers Nick Carter mourns brother. Campaign group tackles coup over attack on Ade Butu. Lagos lawyer accuses judiciary of grabbing landed property. It's also coming from Lagos and could also be found on the front page of Punch. Twitter to suspend fake accounts. Sokoto PDP governor candidate promises youth empowerment project. And this one is coming from the Business This Morning. Federal government eye 838 trillion naira to meet net zero target. LASPA seals building threatens legal action. And lastly, Owando Clean Energy attends UN Climate Conference. Could also be found on the front page of Punch. Mr. Akintunde, I want us to look at some of these headlines, and I know you're gonna have one or two things to say concerning it. Now let's look at this the issue of skipping debates. Economic security domain as Atiku and Tinubu as a skipper debate. What's your take on that? Is that a good move or a good?
Well, that's why we need to be very careful in this country. We need to check the antecedents of all these leaders. Don't forget that all those who skip this particular part of the debate, they've been a victim of the economic backlash that we are experiencing in Nigeria today. At a point in time, we were told that the then Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, was the one in charge of the economic team during the Obasanjo regime. And again, there has been so many questions surrounding Tinubu as regards Lagos state economy. Some have the opinion that he has actually squandered the resources, coming out from Lagos, while some are saying that he has turned the state of Lagos, he has turned it around. So there's a kind of opinion on as regards. Well, like I said, I want to say they are the one who, it's best known to them why they shunned that part of the debate. But I think it is not over until it is over. The debate should continue, and all of them must make them. They must be available for those debates. Nigerians want to know what they are up to, their antecedents and their history, and their will to turn Nigeria into a safe haven for Nigerians. So, like I said, that it is not about it. It's over. They should be available for numerous debates that will be coming before the election proper.
Okay. Before we dash into to one of these juicy stories, this one just caught my attention right now, and I want us to look into it because is one of our colleagues. Ogun journalist released after 5 months in prison for publishing story on Dapo Abiodun.
That's nothing. That's not. I mean, that's. Don't forget, justice to one, just injury to one, injury to all.
Oh yes,
and I don't know where the freedom of press is, and it is actually entrenched in the constitution. Freedom of speech, and the press. We all have a freedom. So, I think the governor should be called. Not just to justice. The governor should be. Should be sanctioned. That should not just be. That should not be allowed to to be swept under carpet. And I think I know the journalist Ogun State will definitely do something about that.
All right. So let's look at this one also. FRSC backs officers who injured pregnant woman. In the first place, for an officer to injure a pregnant woman, do you think that is called for?
Well, it's uncalled for in the first place. But the point is, to every action, there's always a reaction.
Yes.
There's no smoke without fire.
Yes.
So it's good we also check what might have actually transpired before we pass judgment. So before the command we want to back such an act, they must have looked inward into the situation. They must have looked inward into the issues. Perhaps don't forget that some people, they are more or less like moving around looking for whom to conscript. Perhaps that's been one of the situations.
Let me be like just an officer with the Federal State Road State Corps Monday by Olagunnigoke has been accused of kicking and injuring a pregnant woman during an argument at Ilesha Akure or Highway in Akure in Ondo State, and the lady was beaten to that she bled and she was rushed to the hospital. So it was a video clip. To me, I think that under any circumstances, anybody needs to beat a pregnant woman, not to beat a woman.
Not even a pregnant woman. To even beat a woman.
To beat a woman.
That's out of it.
Well, it's not that new to me since because we read last week where an officer beat another police woman.
Well, I'm very sure if you finish reading, maybe after you've gone through you see some.
Yes.
They must. I mean, a whole command cannot just come out to back up his officer because of. I know that hadn't been there are some. It needs to be looked thoroughly into before we pass the judgment.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's take this one before we go into debate. Why calling me? Obi lashes out at Melaye.
Well,
do you think Melaye is trying to impersonate Obi or what?
No. Like you said, what's the news? A big game.
Yeah,
why always calling me?
Why always calling
because
me?
Because
now he is asking Melaye.
Because that's been the political permutations, and it's all about taking somebody down for you to rise up. And Peter Obi is saying, no, you don't have to call me out. I mean, why are you calling me out? And that's good. I mean, enough. When you push somebody to the wall,
yes,
it will definitely bounce back.
Yes, sure.
Go and check PDP ranting lately. It has always been on, if not the obedient movement and even some obedient movement too. So that's why I said politics should be played with a whole lot of maturity. Either you abuse somebody or you did not abuse somebody. The person will match.
Yeah, something about this abuse or not. Something happened last week. Yeah, that should be last week. One of the campaign that happened in Oyo State, right here, where we heard that the leading party is having its own mega rally in one of these areas in Ibadan. And later, my own advice, what you just said, is this: if you want to campaign based on what you have on ground for the citizen of the country or for the state, not by abusing or to impersonate or to do anything that tarnishes the image of the other. So I think that's the best thing. And in this period of campaign, I guess we have that. And I think I have exhausted some of the juicy news I have here on Punch. So Let's go to Vanguard.
On the front page of Vanguard, federal government pushing manufacturers orders out of existence. This is coming from Manufacturer Association of Nigeria, MAN, NECA, NASIMA, and others. Transmission, upload of results. Political parties, CSOs tackle INEC over public view of polling results. And again, on the front page of Vanguard, on the governor, sorry, I take that again, I beg your pardon. Ugwain commits a query mad due to God. And again, Anglican Church to federal government act on appeal court judgment, release Nnamdi Kanu. Federal government did not order Keystone Bank to close, take back Niger account management. This is coming from the front page of Vanguard. And this is a moment video. Peter Obi got angry, tackle Melaye during presidential debate. Mobile payment operators body elect ESCO is also on the front page of Vanguard. 2023, why we were not at a Rise TV town hall meeting. Tinubu, Shetima. Oshun, PDP, APC in Baba war over wives' alleged denial of sex. Sorry, I take that again. There's a kind of a mix-up somewhere. Oshun, PDP, APC in Baba war over November 27 handover. And finally, man sets 5 stepchildren ablaze over wives' alleged denial of sex. Mr. Sam, I take it from that. The last one, that man sets 5 stepchildren ablaze over wife denial of sex. Do you think that's ordinary?
I think they should go and check what is happening in their village. Because for it is it's not even stepchildren set them ablaze over wife alleged denials of sex. I don't get the point.
I don't think it's not. Do you think it's not? Well, maybe
taken to a psychiatric hospital. I guess
it's all this. Maybe he has smoked some India hemp, so yes.
That's why I said he should be taken to a psychiatric hospital. So we checked that, and if he's being checked that nothing is wrong with his medulla oblongata, should be sanctioned for this. It's too bad.
Anyway, that's very terrible.
Yes.
And let's look at. We've talked about this one moment. Peter Obi got angry, tackle Melaye during presidential debate.
Yeah, that's what I said the other time.
But this is very essential. Anglican Church to federal government act on appeal court judgment, release Nnamdi. Don't you think that this guy should be released?
Federal government is taking law. They are taking law into their hands. Mm-hmm. It means that it's been said that nobody is above the law. But now federal government is proving to us that someone there outside there is above the law, which is the federal government.
That's very uncalled for.
And that is very uncalled for. The High Court, Appeal Court, judge this one that should release him. And then
I think the onus lies on the table of the Attorney General of the Federation, in person of Melami. I think he should.
Who is the Oga to Malami?
No. Hold on. If the apex, those are the ends of affair, the judicial apex. Among the executive council, sees the need for him to be released, they would then really intimate the president of his being released.
We know what is going on in Nigeria. We know that in Nigeria,
if the Attorney General is willing to secure his release and the president is not willing, why not the Attorney General should come out openly to say, see, I have talked to the president but the president has his own reservation.
That
He should wash his.
and that is the tenure.
He should wash himself clean.
And that will be the end of his tenure in the office.
Well, of course, if that's going to be so.
That will be the end of. But I think there is something that the federal government are trying to they are trying to keep.
Anyway, let's not waste time on that, because I think
that they want to they don't want. They don't want
let's not waste time on that, because I still want to take this particular one. Is very it's of essence. 2023. Why? Sorry, I want to take this one. Is coming from Onayekon. That 2023, a time for Nigeria to rewrite, opportunity to rewrite Nigeria's history. This is coming from Onayekon and Khan. Do you think 2023 will determine a lot in Nigeria political spectacle?
Yeah, the last 4 years election has defined what Nigeria is really, what we are in, the mess we are in today. So I think the Nigeria election is what is going to determine the either mess or victory we are going to be in the next 4 years or 8 years rather. I think we all have the right to rewrite Nigeria, to rewrite the future right now. But what I'm concerned about is our vote going to count again?
See.
And if it counts, do we really have the Messiah that can really change this country among the contenders that we have right now?
Well, you see, sometimes it's more or less like a black market. Let's hope that something will come out from this process. We just have to be optimistic. We can't afford to be pessimistic at this point in time. And all of us should endeavor to get our PVC so that's the only way we could send away bad politicians and put in good ones. Because anything outside that is going to tantamount to futility. Anyway, I think just at home.
Sorry, before you go.
Okay.
I think we still have this one on the front page of Vanguard. That also PDP, APC in verbal war over November 27 handover. Why is it that when one political party want to hand over to the other political party, there is always a loggerhead between them?
Either the incumbent like it, or either the incumbent, if it's not from the same political party, don't forget there are two different political parties, yes. And there are always a power tussle between the two.
Yes.
One will see themselves as being inadequate, one will see themselves as just being adequate, and there will be this is a battle of power. So let's just hope that either they like it or not, the incumbent will leave and we give way to the one who has just been the newly elected officer. So that's just it. It's a matter of time.
Yes.
It's a matter of time. Anyway, viewers at home, you've heard it all. This is where we draw the curtain for today. Do join us next time for another exciting episode. Until then, we remain your humble host. Bye for now.